Pat Gray is here on the Blaze Radio Network.
Welcome to it. Thanks for joining us. Start of the week here. Nothing better than that. By the way, Keith, I got to tell you, I don't know what happened over the weekend, but the swelling is back. The swelling is back. Is it a bee sting? Is it an allergic reaction? What exactly is going on today?
It is.
Yeah,
I tried
maybe.
to. I went to harvest some honey, and I forgot to put the suit on.
Oh, wow. Yeah. You forgot?
Yeah.
You're going to a beehive, and you forgot.
I figured I could just reach in and
all right,
pull out a couple of slabs of honey, and
that didn't work out
was
well.
I wrong?
No, you sure were. I'll bet you don't do that again. Woo-wee. Obviously, Jeffy's filling in for Keith today. Keith is a little under the weather. He's got some respiratory thing. Is that what we think is happening? No, it's not good.
I guess. Whatever it is, I'd hose this place down. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, no kidding. Use a little Lysol in here. All right. So over the weekend, Saturday was the big South Carolina primary, and Trump won it. Surprisingly. Gosh, really?
Darn, it was neck and neck, too.
Neck and neck. He only squeaked by 60 to 40%. I love the Drudge headline because they're so anti-Trump now. First of all, he was one of the first people that crawled up Trump's butt in 2016. And then afterwards, for whatever reason, he became so anti-Trump. He's ridiculous. But the headline was... 40% of Republicans don't vote for Trump.
That's the story.
Yeah, that's the story. In Nikki Haley's home state, he beat her 60 to 40. I think if Trump had won 99-1, the Drudge headline would be, "Some Republicans don't want Trump." Yeah, that's probably true. So congratulations on that. But Donald Trump, big winner. Then over at CPAC in the straw poll, he won that 94 to 5. 94 to 5 over Nikki Haley. Yeah, that's definitely his crowd, though.
Yes,
that's
his only. I mean, he's the only crowd, right? The everyone else is not even really doesn't even count.
No, they don't. They really don't. But the left continues to babble about Donald Trump and about Donald Trump's supporters. Bob Costas, why don't you stick to sports, Bob?
No, he's way past that.
Maybe do some
though.
Baseball. I don't know, hockey, whatever it is you do. Golf. He doesn't really do football, does he?
I used to. He did it all for a long time,
and he did Olympic coverage a lot.
Yes, and he got to thinking that he was Mr. Smart Guy. And I'm smarter than everyone else.
Yeah.
And, okay. All right, Bob.
And here's Costas on Trump and his supporters.
Others that I've quoted from, you come at this from a position of not wanting to see Trump get elected. You should state that at the outset. True?
Yes, absolutely. He is by far the most disgraceful figure in modern presidential history. He's only become more disgraceful since 2016 and since 2020. He is a bubbling cauldron of loathsome traits, and it's only those who are actually suffering from Trump derangement syndrome, which is the way they and Fox News and all the rest of MAGA media try to brush aside all the legitimate criticisms of Trump. You have to be in the throes of some sort of toxic delusion in a toxic cult to believe that Donald Trump has ever been, in any sense, emotionally, psychologically, intellectually, or ethically fit to be president of the United States. But his supporters are locked in on that. There is no cult of Joe Biden. Even just let me finish this thought, Michael. Even if he had not run explicitly with the pledge that he would be a one-term president, even if halfway through this term he had said, look, I've done my job. I have some policy successes. I'll continue to do my job. And now the Democrats can get, as I said before, some people up in the bullpen and sort through it. He had a chance to be seen as a statesman and a patriot. Now his legacy is likely to be that of a man whose hubris prevented him from seizing the moment in an appropriate way. And at best, he can squeak by Trump. That's at best. or he could lose to Trump and subject the nation to 4 more years of this kind of ongoing insanity, or if he squeaks by, it's very likely that he cannot complete his second term. He'd be 86 at the end of it.
Okay.
Yeah, so he wants he does for sure doesn't want Trump, and
Right.
for sure he's not crazy about Biden.
Yeah.
It's time he wanted Biden to be done after his first term.
So he wants somebody to substitute for Biden?
Yeah.
Is that what he wants? All right. That's great. Why don't you go back to baseball play-by-play? That'd be great.
The Olympics are coming up.
The Olympics
Right?
are
The
coming
Olympics
up.
are coming up.
Yeah, right. Then we've got Trump at CPAC with a shout-out to Javier Milei.
President of Argentina, who's gotten a lot of publicity. He's gotten a lot. He's a great gentleman. You know, he's MAGA. He's MAGA. Make Argentina great again. It's true. No, and he said, I am MAGA. And then I realized he's one of the few who can really do it well. Make Argentina great again. Javier Milei. Thank you very much, Javier. Thank you. Thank you very much. It's a great honor to have him with us. Senator J.D. Vance.
That is. And the rest of you. We're just going down the list.
Yeah.
Hello, how you doing?
Yeah.
Keep it moving. Let's go.
And then apparently he met Milei backstage at CPAC.
President! Nice to meet you. This is a very big pleasure to know you, President. It's an honor for me.
Very excited.
No doubt.
Thank you for the work for me. I'm very happy. You are very generous with me. Thank you very much. It's a very big pleasure. You are doing a great job.
Trump is thinking, this is the only guy in the world with goofier hair than I
Come on,
have.
let's have some pictures. Come on.
I'll have a picture. Let's take some pictures. Come on.
The one guy I could beat in a hair competition. And there he is. There he is.
Make Argentina.
Thank you very much. You are very serious. Very great.
All right, you get too close.
That's a fun moment. Isn't that fun?
I
promise that.
All right, time to move.
Yeah, all right. Yeah, we got it.
Good things to do.
Can't even hear it. Okay, we got it.
All right.
Yeah,
Yes.
all right. Another CPAC adventure was Lindsey Graham being booed at the mere mention of his name.
Yeah, and Trump was being really cordial.
Oh.
Really cordial.
More than cordial. Here's
That's kinda
what
strange.
happened.
Another man, not a lot of people know him. He doesn't do too much television. He happens to be a little bit further left than some of the people on the stage. But I always say, when I'm in trouble on the left, I call up Lindsey Graham and he straightens it out so fast. And I'll tell you, no, remember. I love him. He's a good man. Come up here, Lindsey. Come up here, Lindsey.
Huh.
Come
You
here.
love him.
He does.
Why don't you marry him then? If you love him so much.
Okay, are you ready?
No, not for you.
America, the nightmare you're facing is just about over. Help is on the way. This is the most qualified man to be president of the United States. And let it be said that South Carolina created the biggest political comeback in American history.
Okay.
Yeah, they keep saying that it was the big comeback.
What's the big
The
comeback?
Trump win.
What? What did he come back from? He's been ahead in this thing the whole time. What are you talking about?
I don't know.
That's
I don't
weird.
know.
That's weird. If he's talking about the fact that he lost last time in the 2020 election,
I guess.
Okay, maybe that makes sense somewhat. That's interesting because during the campaign in 2016, Lindsey Graham called Donald Trump a race-baiting, xenophobic, religious bigot.
That was way back then.
Yeah. It's all forgiven now.
Way back then.
Yeah. But he's defended him in the face of the two indictments, and he dismissed anti-immigrant remarks that he made in December, and he endorsed him for this year, so everything's fine. Everything's
Don't worry
fine.
about it. I love them.
Yeah,
I love them. Get up now. Quit booing them. Quit booing them. I love them.
It's interesting. That's fascinating. And Lindsey Graham sucks, and we all know it, right?
I mean, he even knows it.
He knows it. Yeah, he knows that he's not popular, even in his own state. I don't know how he keeps getting reelected, but that's what happens. You know?
Why are you gay?
Yeah.
Whoa.
I don't know where that came
why?
from. What was that even in reference to, Chris?
I
don't know. Just a non sequitur thrown out there like that. But after losing by 20 points in her home state, the state in which she was governor years ago.
she was governor for a while there.
Yeah, she was.
5-6 years, something like that.
And supposedly a fairly popular governor. But she got crushed by Donald Trump.
Even by more, really, because you make the case a lot of Nikki's votes were Democrats.
That's what they're saying, yeah.
So, I mean, she got crushed even more, really, because those people will never vote for her in a general
Democrats
election.
not voted for her, it probably would have been 80-20 or something.
Yeah, maybe worse.
70-30, 80-20, 90-10. I don't know. But, it would have been worse than 60-40. But she vows to fight on. Here she is.
There are huge numbers of voters in our Republican primaries who are saying they want an alternative. I said earlier this week that no matter what happens in South Carolina, I would continue to run for president.
Well, that's stupid.
I'm a woman of my word.
Brother. Yay! Yeah. Okay.
Wow.
That's exciting. There's our alternative. Nikki Haley. Like John McCain in heels. That's about what she is. That's about your alternative.
Exactly who she is.
Yeah. No, thank you. No, thanks. Fascinating, though. She's gonna fight on, even though she's not popular, even in her home state. How do you win anywhere if you can't win South Carolina?
Yeah, I don't know.
You're not going to.
Look, the only reason she can continue to run is that she has some money in the bank, right?
I guess, but there's a story today that the Koch network is not gonna. They're gonna stop backing her now. They're tired of pouring money into this losing cause, and they're not going to do it anymore.
That's a big fund.
So yeah, when the Koch money dries up, now what do you do?
Yeah,
where are you going? How are you financing this campaign? That'll be interesting to see.
Yes, it will be.
She can't be long for this race, right? I know she's trying desperately to hold out for Super Tuesday, which is March 5th. So we're only a week and a half away from that. Yeah. So if she can hold out till March 5th, and then she gets snowballed there too, maybe then she quits. I don't know. She's not going to win a single state. She's not going to win anywhere. Where is she going to win? Point to me the path she has to any victory anywhere, let alone the nomination. It's not going to happen. Now, if Donald Trump is arrested, goes to prison, can't run, I mean, even then she wouldn't be the nominee. Right? We'd find somebody else because it's not Nikki Haley. Forget it.
Yeah, I mean,
no.
There's a guy sitting down in Florida taking care of his state.
Yeah, right.
That could step in.
Yes.
And
yes.
Oh man, I did not want to see Donald Trump go to jail. Vote for me.
I'm sure he doesn't want to see him go to jail. He supported Trump in the past. Yeah, he supported him. So. Nikki Haley's not the person. I don't care if Trump is running or not. Nikki Haley's not the person. But South Carolina was interesting. You had her lose by 20. You had the state's senator, the senior senator from South Carolina, Lindsey Graham, booed. That had to be so embarrassing. And then he gets up and speaks anyway.
Yeah,
that has to be hard. That's hard.
So get up here. Yeah, get up here.
Had him up. He spoke. I mean, it was brief.
Still,
it takes a little bit of guts when you. Reminded me of when we did an event, and I think it was the Delta Center in Salt Lake City, in Utah, back in 2010.
Yes,
And we were up on stage. It was for the tour we were doing, and so there was a time when we were introducing some of the people that were there, and I introduced
the luminaries with joining us tonight.
And I introduced Orrin Hatch, and he was roundly booed by that crowd. They laid into him, and I almost felt bad for him. I'm not an Orrin Hatch supporter. But rest his soul. But it was resounding.
Yeah, and then we introduced
Jason Chaffetz, who at the time was a congressman,
superstar,
and the rumor was that he was going to run for Orrin Hatch's Senate seat, and he was wildly cheered.
Yes.
I mean, the difference was incredible and unmistakable, and so you thought, okay, man, when this thing happens, it's over for Orrin Hatch.
Right.
But somehow, Orrin and his people convinced Jason Chaffetz not to run for his Senate seat.
I don't know what happened.
I don't know how that happened.
It just happened.
But they convinced Jason Chaffetz it may be in his best interest not to run.
In fact, you know what would be good for you, Jason? Just do some fill-in work on Fox.
Yeah, why don't you do that? Why don't you do that?
Not be in office anymore.
I'll tell you what, it'll be cute if maybe you run for 1 or 2 more terms in the Congress.
That's it, though.
I don't want to see you in the Senate
at
all. So,
no.
Why don't you just go ahead and keep doing your thing? Stay out of my business. And he did.
And he did.
So,
yes, he did.
So there you go.
Yes, he did.
But that was some fun.
Orrin went ahead and just, I don't know what Orrin put back in his pocket, but he had
something.
He put something
back in his pocket. We actually do know what it is, but I don't know. No, I don't.
I don't think
forgotten.
I do.
I've completely forgotten what it was.
I don't think I...
You didn't know what it was?
I don't know that. I have a good idea, but I don't...
Mm-hmm.
I have a good idea, but I don't think I ever was...
See me after. All right. 888-900-3393. Also, Packr Unleashed on Twitter. It's youtube.com/Pat Gray on YouTube. When they're not censoring everything we've said during the course of the show. So you can check that out as well. And then when they do that, though, you can always go to the Blaze and watch us there, right? The Blaze or Rumble or Spotify, or there's a million different places to do it. Also, Joe returned home from, where was he? Was he in Delaware? Is that where he was?
I don't know where this trip was, to be honest.
Okay, but
Not quite sure.
He got back home and he did the fake jog again for the press.
This is the best he's got to these days.
Yep.
He came home. He was wiped out.
Man,
this weekend? Because was he out in California? Maybe he was coming back from California. I don't know, but he looked. It was at night.
Did he look tired?
And he was tired.
No, not Joe Biden. That's a guy who runs circles around his whole staff.
I know.
They can't keep up with him, Jeffy.
At night.
Oh, okay. All right. Here he is.
Not at night when it's dark.
With the fake jog.
And he sees the press watching him. Like he looks tired. I just got to make it to the White House.
Oh, yeah. People are looking at me. Let me do the fake.
There it is. A little hot.
I hate it.
One little hot.
I hate it. Stop doing it.
He's got to just make it to the White House.
Let's watch it one more time because it
just make it to the White House.
Drives me out of my mind.
So tired. He's got to show you he's strong and bigger, man. No, that's already.
Yeah, he already did it a little bit further. Yeah, there you go. Once he waves, now you think, okay. That doesn't make any sense. Dude.
That's awesome.
Stop it. Stop doing it.
That's awesome.
Is it, though?
It is.
Is it?
And it's showing how vigorous he is.
Oh, yeah. And look at the guy behind him can't keep up with him. He's too fast. He's too agile.
He just had to make it to the White House. All he had to do. Just make it from Marine One to the White House, man.
And he did it. Good for him. He didn't have to crawl.
He didn't have to crawl.
That's good.
And he showed that he was still had a little pep.
Yeah. Even though it was late at night.
Yeah.
As you mentioned. It doesn't matter. The guy's just impossible to keep up with.
We're good to go.
Yeah, all right. He also had no idea what he was saying, apparently.
Yeah, this is fascinating. This is another example of we need to try to figure out what he is saying.
Okay.
We're building the nation's first high-speed rail line in California and Nevada. And I want to thank Governor Newsom for his leadership in that. And by the way, I'm not sure how many people leave L.A. can do it in 2 hours to get there, or whether they're going to come back or not to Las Vegas.
Wait, what?
So
At the end there, that
you
really
lost it.
that goes south fast. Because I was thinking, I understood that. That's fine.
Okay, so
And then at the end, I'm in L.A. and give me something out of
I think
Vegas.
he's talking about. Okay, so I don't know how many people can make it to Vegas in a couple hours on the bullet train.
Play
With,
the last
you know,
part.
with-
Let's see.
with
Let's see if that's
driving.
what that is.
I'm not sure how many people leave L.A. can do it in 2 hours to get there, or whether they're going to come back or not to Las Vegas.
Oh,
I don't know.
Man.
I don't know.
Guys, 2 hours or not in Las Vegas.
I don't know.
I'm not sure how
So-
many people can come back to in L.A. and Las Vegas.
I don't
best.
know. Maybe
That's our leader right there.
that is our leader.
He's taking us to the promised land.
Yeah, he was out west, so that's
Fantastic.
what he was coming home from, as his trip out west, and because he goes to New York, I think today.
Yeah.
Right, he's in New York. Boy, that'll be fun. Manhattan's always fun when the president's in town, and then he meets
That's
with
for sure.
yeah.
Oh, what a nightmare that is.
It's not
Glad we don't have to deal
it's
with
not
that
a nightmare
anymore.
enough as it is on a daily basis.
I know.
But then when luminaries are in town,
Forget it.
It's a nightmare.
Yeah, definitely is.
Oh man. So then I think later this week he meets with the Italian prime minister.
Oh, that's
And,
fun. Is that why Italian TV
I
is
think so.
poking a little bit of fun at him?
I think so.
This is amazing. Italian TV mocking Joe Biden, something American TV will not do. They just won't do it. This should be a Saturday Night Live bit. It's funny, it's relevant, it's happening every day, and they ignore it. But here's what Italian TV did about Joe Biden.
Buonasera, Presidente Biden. Presidente. Good evening, Mr. President Biden. President.
President. Hello.
Here we are, President.
Wanders back the other
Biden.
way. Mm-hmm.
Qui.
Here.
Yes. Good evening. Buonasera. Yes. Eh?
Hey?
I said to the president of Israel,
Sì.
Mikhail Gorbachev.
No, non è Gorbachev, il presidente di Israele, no.
Sorry, Michael Jordan.
No.
When he went to the moon
Quando è andato sulla Luna,
and he was shot from Dallas.
ma non hanno sparato a lui a Dallas, quello è Kennedy. No, sia fermo, Presidente.
Long shot from Dallas to the moon.
Si sta confondendo con Kennedy.
40 millions.
Sì.
Miles, 40.
Vabbè, ma non è lui, Presidente. Mr. President.
His wife
La moglie?
tried to bring him
No, ma quello è Kennedy.
into the cabriolet. Do you?
No, sta facendo confusione.
Yes.
Sta facendo confusione, evidente.
Sorry.
Sì.
It wasn't the moon.
Non è andato
It
sulla
was
Luna.
Mars.
No.
Mars Attack.
Ma che Mars Attack? No.
Beautiful film where Netanyahu sang.
No, ma Netanyahu è il presidente di Israele. Non cantava. Over.
The garage.
No, The Rainbow era. Vabbè.
He's opening by this.
Cosa fa? Dove va, Presidente? Cosa fa? Presidente? Mr. President. Vai. No. Where are you going? Stay.
No, I don't like it. I've decided I don't like it.
Ecco.
Did you decide that?
No. No. Please. Cosa sta dicendo? Cosa sta facendo?
My luggage.
È la valigetta dei codici atomici quella.
No.
Lei non sta bene.
No.
Gliel'hanno fatto grosso.
He's got the nuclear button now.
No, ma non sono le pillole, non sono le
Now I
medicine.
call the nurse.
No.
He's going to call the nurse.
You know what? I've decided I don't like it.
Why don't you like it?
Another country making fun of our president.
I know.
I don't like it.
I know. But they're doing the job Americans just won't do. Wow. That's funny. It's funny. I think that was
that's
well done.
And particularly funny because we just saw our own president 2 hours Vegas not come back.
Right. Yeah, right.
What are you talking about?
I mean, he doesn't know. Nobody knows what he's talking about.
But do we have him come back on his trip full of vim and vigor?
Here, watch this. Look at you. That showed you.
I mean,
watch me. That's why I say watch.
It's not even a couple of now.
No, he can only do one.
Not even a couple.
One quick
that's not
arm
even
movement.
a full one. Yeah,
No.
that's just like a half a one.
Yeah, a little bit of a stutter step and an arm movement. And that's about all he's good for now. But he does it all the time. We're on to it, Joe. Okay, we know you can't jog. Stop with the fake jog. Meanwhile, the left, a lot of them continue to try to make excuses. Jim Clyburn from South Carolina, of course, he just said that the myriad of gaffes by Biden has nothing to do with his brain.
Oh.
Wow. Oh, okay. He pointed to Biden's lifelong fight to overcome a stutter.
It all comes back to the stuttering.
It's the stutter.
Yep.
That is not stuttering. There's a difference. Do you know what stuttering is? This isn't it. This is freezing up, using wrong words. This is not stumbling over one word for a while. Asinine. But, I guess they think that we're so stupid, we're going to buy into it. He's the co-chair of Biden's re-election campaign. Wow. And he defended him on CNN as polls show 86% of Americans believe he's too old to run again. 86%, including 73% of Democrats. So, I mean, that's a real problem.
And it really, I know that's the question of too old to run again, but it really isn't the age so much as the deterioration.
Yes, that's right.
I mean, I watched a video of him just 2 years ago. Just 2 years ago. I mean, we've seen what a striking difference it is 10 years ago, 8 years ago.
And where was the stutter then? 10 years ago. There was no stutter. What do you mean this lifelong problem he's had? Stop it. He overcame that if he ever had a stuttering problem, he overcame it a long time ago. Well, now it's reverting. He's reverting back to it, though, because he's old. Okay, well, get him out of office then.
Yeah.
Get him out.
I mean, the deterioration is so noticeable.
Oh, my gosh. You can't deny it anymore.
It'll be interesting. I just remembered one of the other things that he's going to do while he's in New York today is do an appearance on Seth Meyers' show.
Oh, that should be fun. Is he really?
So we'll see.
He's going to do Seth Meyers? Of course, you talk about sympathetic ear.
Absolutely.
A helpful
It's going to be kid gloves all the way.
Oh, my gosh.
But it'll be interesting to see how it gets pulled off.
It will. Yes, it will. It'll require many edits, no doubt. But Clyburn said if Joe Biden commits a gaffe, a guy who stuttered all of his childhood into his adulthood, and everybody knows his stuttering is what caused a lot of his speech impediments, and we know that. It has nothing to do with his brain. He stumbles one time, and everybody says he's too old to be the president. No. That doesn't explain it at all. Next, he'll be telling us, it's a stuttering, plus he's dehydrated. Leave him alone. He's dehydrated. Get him a glass of water. He'll be fine. He's just a little bit dehydrated.
This is the same Joe Biden who says the key to his marriage is good sex at 81.
Oh, man. Okay. I don't want to hear about that from Joe Biden. I really...
His wife doesn't either, but he keeps rapping about it.
I don't blame her.
Every time he goes around.
Man. Yeah, apparently she gets irritated when he says risque things.
I mean, she gets irritated at him anyway.
Oh, she does.
Right? That's well documented on this show.
Yes, it
she hates him.
All right. We've got a Fat Five, I believe, coming up here.
Yeah, we could do that.
Pat Gray Unleashed.
God save the Queen, man.
Welcome. Great to have you with us. 888-900-3393. Checking in with Jeffy and a fabulous Fat Five.
Yeah, okay. Let's knock this out. And you know, Pat, no one supports zoos more than myself.
Well,
chewing the fat.
That's clearly documented on this show.
The Omaha Zoo's white alligator, Thibodeau, had an emergency surgery to remove 70 coins from its stomach.
70 what?
Coins.
Coins.
The zoo is asking visitors to stop throwing coins into bodies of water at the facility because
they eat them.
Yeah, they eat them. And all your wishes are not going to happen.
No.
If you, if a gator eats your coins, so stop doing it.
How dumb are these alligators? Stop eating the coins. They're not good for you. And they don't taste good, do they?
No, they don't.
Oh, okay.
And look, if a few coins kills an alligator, maybe he deserved to go. That's just me.
It's like the turtle thing, right?
Yes.
They weren't so dumb.
Thank you.
Stop eating straws.
But
what are you
now
doing?
is your
Don't
time
stick them up your nose.
Thank you.
It's not that hard. It's not that hard.
But now it's time to choose which zoo is your favorite, by the way.
All right.
You have you can vote once a day for your top pick until Monday, March 4th. And it's the USA Today's Reader's Choice Awards. So you can go to the Omaha's Henry Dooley Zoo and Aquarium, which is where that alligator lives, by the way. Eating too many coins is on the list. They will probably win. They won. They've come in the front runners for the last few years.
Omaha?
Omaha
Zoo.
Omaha Henry Dooley Zoo and Aquarium. Yeah.
Right.
Zoo Montana in Billings, Montana. You can vote for that.
What?
Zoo Boise.
I've never heard of that. Really?
Yeah. Woodland Park Zoo in Seattle, Washington. Seneca Park Zoo in Rochester, New York. San Diego Zoo. San Antonio Zoo.
Yeah.
San Diego Zoo is in San Diego.
Yeah.
That's correct. Yeah. San Antonio Zoo.
What about
San Antonio?
Fort Worth Zoo?
It's not on the list.
It's not.
I'm going down the list of the 20. There's no Fort
definitely
Worth Zoo.
top
I know.
5 in the country.
And I love the Lowry Park Zoo in Tampa, too. Not on the list.
Oh, wow.
Not
on
the list.
But Billings, Montana Zoo? I don't think they even had one when I lived there. I don't remember a zoo in Billings. I mean, I haven't lived there for 1,500 years. So sometime in the last 1,500 years, perhaps they created a zoo there. But
Zoo Montana. Yeah, St. Louis. They have Oakland, North Carolina, Minnesota, Louisville, New Mexico, Honolulu, Cincinnati, Cheyenne.
And no Fort Worth.
No Fort Worth. Really weird. Really strange.
Really weird.
Fort Worth is a big time zoo.
It is.
They deserve to be on the list.
Yeah,
I agree with that. And I was joking about Lowry Park Zoo not being on the list. I don't know how that. I've not been there in forever. So at one time, 20 years ago, they were great.
Yeah.
So maybe they have fallen, but Fort Worth Zoo for sure.
Yeah,
has been great.
It's a great one.
Yeah.
Dallas is good too, but Fort Worth
not
is
as good as Fort Worth.
World class.
Yeah, not as good as Fort Worth. So you can anyway. We'll find out who is the top zoo in the middle of March.
I can't wait.
I
can't wait. I'm going to have to, I guess.
You will.
Yeah.
It's going to be Omaha.
Is it?
Yeah.
All right.
It's going to be the Omaha Henry Dooley Zoo and Aquarium.
Okay.
In Omaha, Nebraska. They're going to win. So the chances of getting hit by a falling satellite or satellite debris are estimated to be at 1 in 1 billion. Okay.
And one's about to did it already fall?
Last week.
It already fell.
The retired climate satellite came back to Earth last week, 13 years after the ESA, the European Space Agency, deactivated it. It was a 5,000 pound hunk of metal.
Yeah.
It mostly burned up. Now, they figured that, well, maybe a fragment came to Earth and landed in the Pacific Ocean. The fragment, they claim, would be about 115 pounds. I don't want that hitting me.
No, thank you.
I don't want to be the 1 in 1 billion.
No.
No, thank you. No, thank you. But we don't have to worry about that, though, because
It's
one
already
landed.
landed.
It's already good. We're already good.
All right.
I saw, and I was thinking of you as I was looking at a story about the Milky Way's Radcliff Wave. It's a 9,000 light year long gas structure actively birthing new stars.
Oh, wow.
And now they're saying that
sounds pretty cool.
It's oscillating back and forth in space. It's like a wave in a stadium. Is how it oscillates back and forth. Because the astronomers discovered it. Okay, that's fine. You can play this. This is where it's at. This is a simulation of where the of where the wave is, the Milky Way's Radcliff Wave is from Earth.
Okay.
And
So
I know it's pretty cool. Now this is because they use the Gaia mission and some 3D positions of stellar nurseries in the sun's galactic neighborhood, but it's in our neighborhood, in our galactic neighborhood.
Oh. And there's the entire Milky Way?
Correct.
Right.
And it is on the outskirts of the Milky Way.
Oh, okay.
That's where the Radcliff
It's out in the
Wave
suburbs?
is. Yes, it is way out in the suburbs. Yeah.
Not in the inner galaxy.
It is not. And now that they
that's
know
about where
that
it
it
is.
oscillates with the wave,
Okay.
the question is, hey, does it happen all over the galaxy and all the galaxies? Does it happen occasionally? Does it happen all the time? Will we be eaten alive by the Radcliff Wave? We don't know.
Okay.
We don't know. But it's fascinating, too, that one of the things that, this proves is that science has always evolved. We don't know.
Well, yeah, we don't know
anything. We just
Is that
don't know.
our sun in relation to it?
No, not that I'm aware of.
Okay.
No, our sun is back
further
farther,
away.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Can you please show us on the hand map?
Oh, yeah.
Well, when you're in the Milky
yeah,
Way,
where's the
sun?
It's out here.
Okay. All right.
Gosh, what are we
Obviously. So you would, the hand map would be sideways rather than
Sideways.
vertical.
Okay. Milky, that's
Okay,
the
yeah,
Milky
it's right,
Way.
right. So you get, all right. And it's out there in the outskirts somewhere.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Not that hard. Speaking of space, though, I did see where Odysseus, and I knew the way the video looked when it landed on the moon. We have not seen any pictures of it. We did discover that they don't have cameras because we've never seen any pictures coming from it. The spacecraft that landed on the moon from Intuitive Machines, when that landed and they took so long to say, "Yep, we're on the moon," and everybody was all happy, but they did not look happy in mission control. And now we find out that it landed on its side. Geez, darn the luck. And the CEO of Intuitive Machines did an interview, and he's showing a model of it on the desk. And I mean, we haven't asked it. Can we for $118 million?
We can't get a camera.
Can't get a camera.
Yeah,
Can't get a camera.
It's inconceivable to me.
I don't understand.
We keep using that word. I don't think it means what we think it means.
I don't understand.
But it is amazing that they didn't put a camera on it.
I don't know. Maybe they do, and we're not seeing it. I don't know. But they claim that now it's either in a hole and it's leaning sideways, or it's laying on a rock.
Okay.
Because the way that the amount of power that the lander's solar array is generating, it's on some kind of angle laying on its side. So
that's messed everything up. Is it a wash then?
I don't think. Well, no, I don't think so. I think we can still get information from it. I did not watch the entire interview with the CEO from Intuitive Machines, Steve Altmus, because I thought as soon as I saw him using a model, I thought, okay, Steve.
Yeah.
Okay.
Come on, man.
Let's
put a camera on this thing and show us the actual footage of it.
Yeah. Thank you.
Why not do
I
that?
don't understand.
I
don't understand.
It would have been what, an extra? Let's say you get a really nice GoPro. It's $1,000.
You can't do that.
You can't do that.
Maybe you didn't hear me. They only had $118 million.
Right. I'm just saying, use 1,000 of that 118 million on a GoPro camera and put it there
I would
somewhere.
like to know. You keep pushing this GoPro. Do you have like stocks on GoPro?
I do have. Yes, I just invested in
last
GoPro.
week, and now today you're pushing GoPro. I would like. You need to disclose that if we wanna.
It's just not that hard, is what I'm trying to say. Put a camera on it.
It could be a Canon, whatever.
Yeah,
it doesn't
whatever.
matter.
I don't care. Nikon,
Panasonic,
Nikon,
whatever.
Nissan, Toyota, whatever.
I mean, we
Put
all
a
have
camera
cameras
on
in
it.
our hands.
Yeah.
Just put an iPhone. Hey, the iPhone came from space.
Right. Just strap the titanium on the Odysseus and move on.
Yeah, it can't be that hard.
It just can't. It just can't be.
Also, this shows that the only good CEO we have is Elon Musk. Because he will have a camera on that.
Oh, for sure.
Oh,
big boy.
We had a camera on the Tesla.
Oh yeah, on the red Tesla.
On the Tesla he sent to Mars.
We watched the blasters come back to Earth and land on the.
They have cameras
the
also.
We have cameras on every rocket ship that takes off. We see everything.
Satellites.
All of it.
Yeah, it's not like. Well, it's space. You can't put a camera in space. Well, we did that in like 1969.
Yeah, you can.
I'm pretty sure in 2024 we have the technology. Why didn't they do it? Everything I've seen from this
all simulation
lander is simulation.
Yeah, all of it. It's so weird.
Every shot, even the shot where they're at first it looks like, okay, maybe that's a real shot coming in
on the moon.
And you think, okay, that might
be.
And then they pull back and you see, nope, that's another simulation.
The day of the landing, I watched the last hour of it, and I thought the same. I kept waiting to see a picture.
Yep.
Some sort of video coming from it.
And then they wonder why people have these conspiracy theories. Why are people so stupid that they don't think we've been to the moon? I don't know. Here it is, 2024. We just had something land on the moon, and it doesn't have a camera.
And you're saying,
come on,
believe us, that it landed. It just fell over a little bit.
Yeah, it tipped over, and so we're
like that. Then it's a toy
like that,
like
the CEO showed
There it
us.
is. Yeah. So we're using a toy because we don't have a camera on the actual machinery.
You may have already talked about this, but why does that have the Texas flag? Why does the thing have a Texas flag?
Does it have a...
Is that the Texas flag right underneath the American flag?
I don't know. Oh, I see what you're saying. Yes, it is.
So why do we have the Texas flag on it?
I don't know. Is it built in Texas?
Was it built in Texas?
Built or launched from or something?
Yes,
I suspect.
Yes. Yeah. I mean, they used
Intuit machinery or Intuit machines.
And NASA, I believe NASA used an Elon rocket.
They did.
To blast
it.
Oh,
yeah, they did.
SpaceX.
Yeah, SpaceX.
So,
yeah.
Carried it in, but the lander came from
Intuitive machines. Right.
Intuitive, yeah.
Okay.
Without a camera machines.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
That's just ridiculous. So I don't know if we have this or not. I hope we do. This post from Support the Change on TikTok. I don't know who this person is, but they make a great point with a good line about humans today.
150 years ago, you didn't have to ask permission from the government to go fishing, own a property, build on your property, renovate your home, use a transportation vehicle, start a business, get married, own a weapon, hunt, cut hair, sell a product, protest, grow your own food, sell that food that you grow on your own property, or even just set up a lemonade stand. And now you virtually can't do anything without asking for the government's permission first. So if you still think you're free, you're deluding yourself. Hate to break it to you, but you're a free-range human in a tax farm.
Think about it.
That's really true.
A free-range human in a tax farm.
Wow.
I know.
Wow. That's a good list. You think, well, okay, it's for our safety. Okay, you got to regulate something. Listen to that list, though. That's amazing. Huh. Yeah, okay. We're not free. Surprise!
But we're free. We're free, though. This is a free.
Yeah.
We're free.
Right, yes.
We're free.
Yes.
We're free to make decisions. Right.
All right.
Free.
Mm-hmm.
Free. So, reminder, a quick look into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. I want to keep people, voting for Foreigner. Let's get them on the list.
Yes.
This standings, the Foreigner is still in second place. Last I looked, there was 1,000,003, almost 1,000,004 votes. So let's, you can vote every day. Once a day, tag along with the other ballots. So let's get Foreigner up there. I don't know that they're going to go in front of Ozzy, but let's like to make that happen.
We should. Yeah, should. I mean, I don't have much issue with Ozzy Osbourne going into the Rock Hall of Fame, but Foreigner needs to make it.
Yes.
As does Peter Frampton, frankly.
The top three. Well, maybe the top five, because Cher needs to be there too. The top five. The top five.
Do you believe in love?
I mean, that's clear. Cher needs to be.
Remember that? It was the first auto-tuned song ever, and started this awful trend of auto-tuning music. Sheesh. So I guess she belongs in the Rock Hall of Fame.
Heck yeah.
Yeah.
Cher, what are you kidding me?
Mm-hmm.
Legend.
Mm-hmm.
Legend.
Isn't that the truth?
Legend.
But really, can you put the list back up for a sec? I think maybe even 4 of the 5. Let's see. You got Ozzy, Foreigner, Frampton, and
Dave Matthews Band.
And Cher. No. Lenny Kravitz, though. I wouldn't mind seeing him.
Yeah. Mariah Carey, no way.
No,
I mean, I
way.
like Mariah Carey, and I'm fine with listening to her a bunch during Christmas. But let's move on.
And Kool and the Gang. Come on, is this a joke?
I like Kool and the Gang, but not the Rock Hall of Fame.
Oasis, maybe. Sinead O'Connor and Sade. No. Jane's Addiction, I don't know that they belong. Mary J. Blige, no thank you. A Tribe Called Quest, and Eric B. and Rakim.
Yeah.
How long have we been screaming about Eric B. and Rakim?
Not long enough, because they're at the bottom of the list of the fan voting.
We need to push Eric B. and Rakim. Because, man, do they deserve it.
Well,
they really do.
I mean, that's fine.
Yeah.
As long as they're not above Foreigner and Cher.
Yes, thank you. Right. Cher. Where's Sonny? If you're gonna put Cher in there, Sonny has to go.
No
with her.
way.
He has to.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes. He has to.
No, he doesn't.
Yes, he does.
No, he doesn't.
Yes.
Cher was so much more post Sonny.
Well, she did a few things. Yeah, but Sonny went and did important things. He went to serve the country in the U.S. House of Representatives.
Oh.
That's what Sonny did.
So
he belongs. He belongs.
I mean, maybe Cher will throw him a bone when she had her acceptance speech.
Maybe. Yeah.
I wouldn't have been able to get my start without my first husband, Sonny.
Yeah. What was that? 9 husbands
darn
ago?
The luck. Darn the luck. Yeah. I just put his name on the stone over here and move on. But it's me that's in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Okay.
Has she been nominated before?
I don't think so. I don't think so.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of first-time nominations. Obviously, Foreigner, maybe Cher. I think Frampton. I don't think he's been nominated before.
I don't think he was either.
Interesting.
I know, very interesting.
Yeah. All right. More Packr Unleashed coming up.
Corn Pop was a bad food.
Packr Unleashed.
Pat Gray is here on the Blaze Radio Network.
Thanks for being with us. A lot of people moved by our discussion on the moon landing there.
Oh, really?
With the Intuitive Machines lander. Jimmy
Odysseus.
Dimples tweets, Odysseus. So Earth is in the Milky Way's suburban outskirts, which means there'll be blue-haired, green-skinned freaks invading to lay waste to our... Wait, no. They're from Portland. Rowdy introvert, somewhere, Bart Sabrell is smiling ear to ear as Pat discusses the most recent lunar landing. Apparently, the NASA checks stopped coming. Frugal father, we've all been there, traveling to the moon, and then, no, we forgot something back at home. Hope there's a Walmart up there. Michael James tweets, instead of a camera, they should have sent up one of those court artists to render up some space renditions. Sloth and gluttony awareness. I'm going with, we really can't get to the moon. Sorry, guys.
Oh.
I mean, if that's what you want, you can go there. I can't go there with you, but okay. Joe's gibberish translator. Very interesting that we can ID a star, birthing new stars in the universe. But there was no way to find out whose cocaine was laying about the residents of 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue. Go figure.
No, you can't.
Yeah, you can't.
The investigation wasn't total. They looked everywhere they could.
Yeah, they tried. They tried. There's just no way to tell.
Some of the best investigators in the country.
No way to tell.
There's no way to
tell. It was like the metric system. There's just no way to tell. Gavin Newsom has claimed Biden's age and his campaign are a gift to America. Defended Biden despite the growing concerns over his age and mental acuity. And really, that's the bigger deal, the mental acuity. Contending that the president seeking 4 more years to express his age and wisdom is a gift. California governor dismissed concerns about Biden leading the Democrat Party's ticket in November, arguing that the president's tenure in the White House has been a master class in incompetence. In incompetence, yes.
Has it?
He's all in for 4 more years. That's what he said on Meet the Press. Now, speaking this way, you would think, okay, he's not preparing a run here, right? You would think that you wouldn't be this strong if they are prepping you right now to take over for Biden. You wouldn't be saying these things, would you? Doesn't seem likely to me.
No way.
Does not seem likely. So I can't help but think he's still their guy. I don't know. It's hard to believe.
It is. Now, maybe that's just his way.
Maybe. And, they've made strong statements that have turned out to be lies before.
Really?
And that could be this situation as well. But I don't know. It just seems stupid to me to be saying these kinds of strong statements. He's a gift, and now you're taking over for him? Wait, what? How's that happening?
Well, I believe he's a gift, but he came to me and said he just couldn't go on. And
right. Yeah. Okay. Well, maybe if he came to him, maybe that's how you get out of it.
Yeah.
And I said, Mr. Biden, you're a gift to this nation. And he said to me, Los Angeles. And then I was like, okay, you're right.
Well, you're right.
You're right.
I told him, stop stuttering. It's okay. I'll take over.
Yeah. I know you've struggled with stuttering your entire life. We've talked about that forever, right? Remember when we talked about this back in the 90s with Biden? Remember that? No, you don't, because they never brought it up because it wasn't an issue. He said, I've been out with him, as you know, on the campaign trail. Was just out in California. I've seen him up close. I've seen him from afar. But here's my point. Yeah, thanks. Let's get to one. It's because of his age that he's been so successful. It's because of the wisdom and the character that's developed over the years. Wow. Jeez.
Wow.
So the opportunity to express that for 4 more years, what a gift it is for the American people. And as a Democrat, what it gets for me to make the case for the leader of our party. Man, that's poorly put, but okay, whatever. So that's Gavin Newsom and the latest from
he's agonizing as well.
Mouth.
He also, I think, is quoted as saying that Biden should debate Trump. I would like to see that happen.
Oh, me too.
There's no way Biden will do that.
Then let's see if you compare the two, and let's see who's more compromised. I'd love to see that happen.
Me too.
And Trump's got to be pushing for that. He should be insisting that debates are lined up, at least 3 between now and the election. Let's do it. Here we go. You're so sharp. You're so fabulous. You're so vigorous.
Yes.
Whatever. Yeah, let's show it. Show it to the American people because you're such a gift. I want to experience that. I want to open that gift on a debate. That would be awesome.
That would be awesome.
Yeah,
I would like to see it. There's no way that Biden.
I can't imagine that could happen.
Can let that happen.
They can't let it happen. They really, really can't.
No way. His excuse the last time was right. It would just he doesn't want to open up where Trump would just continue his lies or whatever. You're the one who would be continuing your lies. By the way, Mr. President. But he'll just keep hammering that.
Absolutely. Yeah. And that's how he's going to duck the debates that absolutely should happen. Some more on the pipe bombs that we've been hearing about the last little while. The RNC security head, the director of security for the Republican National Committee, said the explanation of the January 6th pipe bomb plot and the response by authorities make no sense whatsoever.
Wait, what?
Yeah, they don't make sense. And we all understood that, but it's nice to hear from a guy who actually was one of the first responders to this. Kenneth Capolino, former Capitol police officer who went to work as the RNC's director of security, was the man who personally alerted Capitol Police to the bomb. He said in his first public remarks on the incident, so he hasn't spoken out about this until now. It looked like a stereotypical IED, or improvised explosive device, that is used by law enforcement in training sessions.
Huh. Which is what we said, right?
Yeah.
I mean, they showed the pictures side by side.
Yeah.
From the FBI training bombs.
Seems like a little confirmation of that, doesn't it?
It sure does. And why is this the first that he's speaking out? Did he even say that?
Didn't say.
I didn't think so.
No. He said, any of the IED awareness training I've been to with law enforcement, that's like the quintessential training device. That's exactly what it looks like.
Yep.
Huh. Strange.
It is strange. It is.
I wonder why that would be. Why would it look just
know.
like a training device from the FBI? I don't know.
And why
have
we just moved on from it? Like it doesn't. It just. Oh yeah. Don't worry about it.
Yeah. Right. They just don't address it.
Yeah.
They just don't talk about it. And you would think that this is what they'd be focused on, is the IEDs, right? Because it sort of, I don't know, fortifies their point about this being an insurrection, sort of.
Kind of does.
Because you're talking about a deadly device there. That, they wanted death and destruction there. They were actually trying to hurt or kill people.
That's their case.
Right.
The day democracy almost died.
So why aren't you hammering the pipe bombs? They don't talk about them at all. Let's see the footage. And, well, we have.
Yes, we have.
We have lately. And the footage is quite amazing. As the cameras that are focused on where those pipe bombs are completely turn away. Huh.
I mean, cameras move all the time.
All the time. Yeah. Well, not all the time, but they hadn't moved in months prior to this. But then all of a sudden they moved, and then they moved back afterwards. So
it's amazing.
A little maintenance, I think, is all that was. Just a little maintenance.
Somebody was eating, had their elbow hit the button. Oh, darn it.
That happens. What are you going to do?
It does.
What are you going to do?
You didn't realize it until...
What, you've never made a mistake? It's pretty convenient, isn't it?
It is.
It just seems like a teeny tiny bit convenient that they moved away just as we wanted to see exactly what was going on with defusing these bombs or whatever they supposedly did to them. Oopsies. Oh, darn it. Yeah, we turned away at a 90-degree angle. Don't worry about it. That has nothing to do. You know what? The camera operator was dehydrated, and he had a stutter when he was a child. So
leave him alone.
Oh, okay. Well, we don't want to.
No,
we don't want to upset him. Then never mind. Speaking of upset people, have you seen what happened to the Air Force?
Yes,
active duty Air Force member.
That's so weird.
Set himself on fire outside the Israeli embassy in D.C.
Incredible.
Yesterday. He was engaging in an extreme act of protest, I'd say, against Israel invading Gaza. At approximately 1 o'clock, the Metropolitan Police Department responded to assist the United States Secret Service after an individual set themselves on fire in front of an embassy in the block. That embassy turned out to be the Israeli embassy. There was a jarring photo of the man setting himself on fire. Posted on social media, the man was seen wearing fatigues and covered in flames.
Yeah, he poured liquid onto himself, poured some sort of, liquid that would burn on top of himself and then lit himself on fire.
And he screamed, "I will no longer be complicit in genocide." And
free
lit himself
Palestine.
on fire.
As he was burning alive, it was just free
Palestine. Holy cow.
So,
did that change your mind?
It did not. But no. I will say that if everyone who wants to free Palestine sets themselves on fire, I may change my mind.
Really? That could sway you.
Change my mind.
Now, you're not going to guarantee You're not going to guarantee it'll change your mind?
No, I can't do that.
Okay. All right.
I don't
but
want to go that far, but it might.
But if all the pro-Hamas people set themselves on fire at once, you could see a way to where that may change your feelings on it. I'd hate to see it, though. I don't want that to happen. I don't want that and I know you don't want that to happen either.
Every one of them sets themselves on fire. I don't want I don't want someone off to the side saying "Free Palestine" and not setting themselves on fire. Then I'm not going to change my mind.
Okay.
But if everyone
then you might
pour some sort of flammable liquid on themselves and set themselves on fire,
like a giant pro-Hamas bonfire.
And scream "Free Palestine" as they're burning.
Yeah.
I could see my way to changing my mind.
That's interesting. Huh. Okay. Well, I'd hate to see that happen because that would be.
Am my mind being
tragic.
changed, or
no? I'd hate to see people setting themselves on fire. That would be tragic.
Me,
and I'm not sure how this guy thought it was going to help anything. So, you burn yourself up. What did you just do there? Nothing.
Nothing, and he's in critical condition. He probably will die.
Well, thank you for saying that because breaking news just happened. He passed away.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, you can't burn yourself with that much and die.
And not die.
Yeah, he had a final message on Facebook. Many of us like to ask ourselves, what would I do if I was alive during slavery or Jim Crow South or anything? What would I do if my country was committing genocide? The answer is this. Man. And then a link to the live stream.
A, we're not the country doing it. B, there's no genocide. So maybe you might want to rethink it. A little too late, but you should have rethought that whole thing because I don't think you understood it very well. Wow, that's incredible. It's just incredible.
But if he has people that...
Obviously disturbed, right? You've got to be disturbed in order to do that. I mean, that's commitment, yes.
That's commitment.
That is disturbed commitment.
Disturbed commitment,
yeah, something's wrong.
He was based out of San Antonio, Texas.
Man, oh man.
Again, though.
Uh-huh.
Everyone who believes
you could
in
see your
free
way
Palestine,
clear to changing your position.
If they were to pour flammable liquid on themselves,
well, I don't know if that's going to be
set themselves on fire,
moving enough for people, but we'll see. I guess
I could see my way to changing my mind and seeing that you're correct.
All right. Well, it's not a total 100% commitment from Jeffy, but let's see if that's enough for everybody to do it. Also, Netanyahu was on, was it Face the Nation yesterday? It's the CBS show.
It was, yeah.
And had a little battle with the anchor person about this whole genocide situation.
What Hamas has done is horrific, but President Biden has said...
I'm sorry, there's no but after that. All right, Puddin'?
She wasn't finished.
I would have jumped in right there. I'm sorry, there is no but to that. Yes, what Hamas did was horrific. The end. But she throws in, but.
What Hamas has done is horrific, but President Biden has said your actions, sir, are over the top.
Oh, wow.
Aren't you concerned that Israel is creating more terrorists than it is killing?
No.
I think that any civilian casualty is a tragedy, and I don't say that half-heartedly. I lost a brother in war. I myself was wounded while releasing hostages from a hijacked plane.
I don't think
I've lost
that.
friends in battle.
Yeah, I knew.
I don't think I knew that he was
involved in the Entebbe incident, wasn't he? Where they freed hostages on that airplane, and I'm not sure I knew he was wounded. Yeah, interesting.
I know what it means to lose friends and what it means to lose family members. So we don't have an argument there. But this war has been forced upon us by a cynical enemy that not only targets our civilians, has raped, beheaded, burnt babies alive, killed children in front of their parents and parents in front of their children. This enemy not only targets civilians, but hides behind civilians, Palestinian civilians. So they're committing a double war crime. I have to come back and say that in terms of the way this battle is fought, there is no parallel to the difficulty that we face And John Spencer, the head of urban warfare at West Point, says that no other army has faced such a task. He gives one comparison.
Yeah, that's not the question I asked, though.
Well, it is, but that's the answer. You can't say, oh, you give immunity to the terrorists because they're hiding among civilians and forcing civilians not to leave. So what do? You say, okay, we'll give you immunity. Hamas survives. Will live to fight another, to commit another massacre and another massacre. What would America do? Yeah. What would America do, Margaret?
Great question, by the way. Listen to this.
If you face the equivalent of 29/11s, 50,000 Americans slaughtered in one day, 10,000 Americans, including mothers and children, held hostage, would you not be doing what Israel is doing? You'd be doing a hell of a lot more.
Right.
And all Americans that I talk to, nearly all say that. So Israel has gone to extraordinary lengths.
And we've proven that, by the way. Yes. We've proven it.
Calling up people, civilians, Palestinians in Gaza, telling them...
He's just trying to get rid of him at this point.
Time's up. I got to
go home. Sending pamphlets. We have done that effort. Hamas tries to keep them at gunpoint.
Yes.
We'll clear them out of harm's way. We'll complete the job and achieve total victory, which is necessary to give a secure future for Israel, a better future for Gaza, a better future for the Middle East, and a setback for the Iran terror axis.
That's good. That's so great for Benjamin Netanyahu to be sticking up for his position over there, because he's absolutely right about that.
Yes.
If it was America and 50,000 people, Americans, had been murdered on American soil in one day, you don't think we'd be all over that enemy?
I would hope even with this administration we would be.
Yeah, you would hope so. Yes. Yeah, I can't guarantee it with Joe Biden because they're feckless. They don't have a single bit of feck in them. But if it was Donald Trump, if it was anybody else ever in the history of this nation, any leadership would go to war over that. Yes. And we proved that.
And rightfully so.
And rightfully so. All right, 888-900-3393. As we sit here today, the lives of babies still in the womb hang in the balance. So let me talk to you for a minute about the most important and pressing issue of our day, and that's the lives of the unborn. They need our help. The Ministry of Preborn empowers young, expectant mothers in crisis to choose life. Preborn has rescued hundreds of thousands of babies' lives through ultrasounds. When a woman considering abortion visits a preborn center, she gets to hear her baby's heartbeat and meet that precious child on an ultrasound. I mean, we've all seen ultrasounds, right? And hung the photo up on our refrigerators.
Send it to family, friends, our baby.
Yep. I mean, even years ago, when I had all my kids, we always proudly displayed the ultrasound. It's so meaningful. And it shows you there's your child about to be born down the line in a few months. So it can't help but move you. And it doubles the baby's chance of being born alive. It's really an important step. And it only costs $28 to show an expectant mother the ultrasound. $28. Now, you could do a one-time donation. You could do monthly. Whatever you could afford is greatly appreciated. Preborn. Go to preborn.com/Pat to donate. Or you could dial pound 250, say the keyword baby, pound 250, keyword baby, or again, preborn.com/Pat.
Pat Gray. Join the conversation, 888-900-3393. Pat Gray Unleashed will be right back.
Welcome. I got some tweets here. High Plains Stranger tweets. Of course we are free. We're free to pay taxes or go to jail. Phil Sharp tweets, if they pulled Biden out now or any time before the election, it makes everything we've said about him relevant. And they don't want to do that.
No, they do not.
Pale stale mail. If Biden is a master class on how to be president, I don't want to know what a failure looks like. That's for sure. From Gina Cook on the Gavin Newsom thing and how highly he speaks of Biden. Or he's speaking so highly so that he can, with a heavy heart, accept the nomination, as Biden has had to step down due to health issues.
Yeah, that was my point of I don't want to, but he came to me. I will. I will. It is with a heavy heart that I have to do that. I mean, that's Glenn's argument for Michelle Obama.
Yeah,
running. Same thing.
She's not going to run.
Well, I don't want to, but I have.
She doesn't want to. She doesn't want to give up the lifestyle they've got.
They live like
queens
you
kidding me?
now, man.
They're 100 millionaires now. They certainly don't want
to have to go back to
the White House.
Go back to the White House and be king and queen at the White House.
They don't want that.
And have to deal with what they have to deal with at the White House. No way.
No way does she want to do that.
No way.
And as I said last week or whenever, she hates America too much to do that job. She hates America.
She hated being there to begin with.
Yeah, she did. And she was disgusted by the fact that they had to stoop to do that job when they shouldn't have had to.
Yes.
Hee-haw the Viking. I don't think you guys understand the setup they have planned. Joe is going to have an incident sometime this summer. Whoever steps in will do so with a heavy heart in time of an emergency.
I mean, I guess
Maybe.
Hee-haw the Viking is on the inside.
I guess so.
Isn't that Keith's also theory?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I hope it is. I hope that's what they have planned, because there's no way Gavin Newsom can win this thing.
No way. And who
There's
else
no
do
way.
they have? Other than, I mean,
You got nobody.
Michelle's
other
not
than
going to
Michelle.
do it. Yeah,
And
Michelle's
she's
not going to. No way.
to do
Michelle
it.
is not going to do that.
And they have no bench.
I'm sorry. No.
So bring it on. I hope you're right. I don't think so, though. I would love to see Biden drop out, but I don't see it happening. We'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see.
We will.
But I mean, who are you going to bring in? Hillary? Al Gore?
John Kerry?
John Kerry. What is he? Like 80?
He carries there,
81?
up there too, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, all they have are old, crusted has-beens who really never were. So,
No, I mean, they have all lost.
Yep. All right. More coming up.
This is Pat Gray Unleashed.
I eat no for breakfast.
Triple 8-900-3393. Another illegal alien murder.
Sad.
This one, Jose Antonio Ibarra was arrested on Friday in connection with the death of Laken Riley, whose body was found near a lake on the University of Georgia's campus the day before. This illegal alien from Venezuela had been in custody and was released due to overcrowding.
Yeah.
You wouldn't want to send him back, you know. You wouldn't want to deport him. You just set him free in the United States of America.
Yeah. Well, I think at one point he had a court date set up, right? A couple years from now.
Yes. Yeah.
I think it was reported that he did have.
I think so.
He was detained at the border. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I hope it wasn't for very long.
Me too. I don't. You don't want him inconvenienced.
No, you do
not.
not.
He came here all the way from Venezuela illegally, so don't inconvenience him further.
Thank you.
You know how hard it is to get here from Venezuela illegally? It's hard. It's hard. So he was previously arrested in Athens, Georgia, 3 times between September and December of 2023, and was set free. Good. I mean, this is really sad.
It sure
just didn't have to happen to her. It didn't have to happen. And of course, because of our lax policies, it did again. Meanwhile, the Associated Press got obliterated online for an article that attempted to dismiss the illegal immigrant murder suspect. And instead, they blamed toxic masculinity.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Toxic masculinity.
They deserve to be blasted
Oh
for
my
that.
gosh. They published an article titled "The Killing of a Nursing Student Out for a Run Highlights the Fears of Solo Female Athletes."
Oh my.
The article did not acknowledge that the suspected killer was an illegal immigrant from Venezuela. Instead, they described him as an Athens resident.
Oh.
Not Athens, Greece. Athens, Georgia. The writer, Janie Haar, referenced the 2018 murder of University of Iowa student Molly Tibbetts, who was also murdered while jogging. Once again, Haar did not mention that Tibbetts was murdered by an illegal immigrant. Instead, she focused on the dangers female runners face and the hypervigilance women must take when going out, even for a run on campus. The article cited a survey from the clothing company Adidas that found 92% of women reported feeling concerned for their safety, with half afraid of being physically attacked, compared to just 28% of men. Obviously, toxic masculinity is at fault here.
Obviously.
The survey added over a third, 38% of women, have experienced physical or verbal harassment. And of these women, over half have received unwanted attention. 56%. Unwanted attention. Like, I guess somebody whistled
looking.
at them.
We'll be back to pick you up later.
Yeah. Came by with a Mr. Microphone. Yeah. Sexist comments or unwanted sexual attention. Get this. 53% of them have been honked at. No, don't say that. Don't say they've been honked at.
You bastards.
Toxic masculinity.
Yeah, I mean,
if you honk at a woman,
I don't even know why we have horns on cars anymore.
Yeah, shouldn't have them. Shouldn't have them. If you can honk at a woman, then sorry, all bets are off now. The article stated, but Callie Renison, a professor of criminal justice at the University of Colorado who studies violence against women, wishes there was more emphasis on teaching men not to assault women rather than telling women what they should or should not do. The AP article was torn to shreds by online commentators who bashed the piece as disgusting and putrid propagandizing for Joe Biden. Daniel Horowitz said, this is the died suddenly COVID shtick now applied to the Venezuelan gang of invaders. Columnist Adam Johnston, what a garbage headline. Laken Riley was murdered by an illegal alien who was afforded refuge in a sanctuary city. That's the story, the only story. But journalism is nothing but regime propaganda and leftist narratives. Ron DeSantis senior analyst Christina Pushaw said, American Pravda strikes again. They'd rather stop women from running alone than stop illegal immigration. Isn't that the truth? And on it goes. It's really pathetic. You know, the situation with illegal immigration is astounding right now because we all used to agree on this. Democrats and Republicans, conservatives and liberals, we all agreed we should protect our border. We should secure the border. And then what you do after that with the illegals already here, we can discuss that. But let's secure the border. Let me just remind you of what Bill Clinton said during his State of the Union address back in 1995. Listen to this and then tell me what party this represents today.
All Americans, not only in the states most heavily affected, but in every place in this country, are rightly disturbed by the large numbers of illegal aliens entering our country.
Wait, did you say rightly disturbed?
The jobs they hold might otherwise be held by citizens or legal immigrants. Mm-hmm. The public service they use impose burdens on our taxpayers.
Whoa.
That's why our administration has moved aggressively to secure our borders more, by hiring a record number of new border guards, by deporting twice as many criminal aliens as ever before, by cracking down on illegal hiring, by barring welfare benefits to illegal aliens. In the budget I will present to you, we will try to do more to speed the deportation of illegal aliens who are arrested for crimes, to better identify illegal aliens in the workplace as recommended by the commission headed by former Congresswoman Barbara Jordan. We are a nation of immigrants, but we are also a nation of laws.
Whoa.
It is wrong and ultimately self-defeating for a nation of immigrants to permit the kind of abuse of our immigration laws we have seen in recent years, and we must do more to stop it.
Yeah!
I got to get back to work.
Wait, what kind of xenophobic, racist nonsense was he spewing there? This ultra MAGA Republican, Bill Clinton. That's 1995.
Wow. Well, you want to talk about another lifetime?
Oh yeah. Oh please. I mean, they're not even from the same species anymore. The Democrats. They talk about how radical the Republican Party has become, how they're completely off the reservation now, and this is not your father's Republican Party, and Ronald Reagan couldn't even be a Republican. Are you kidding me? Listen to it. Bill Clinton couldn't be a Democrat today. Bill Clinton. Are you serious? Except Bill Clinton's probably changed his mind on all this
too. He probably has.
And if Bill Clinton were to speak about illegal immigration, the same nonsense would come out of his face. Yeah. It comes out of Biden's face now. They'd all blame Republicans for what's going on. It's inconceivable. Yeah, I know. I keep using that word. I don't think it means what I think it means. Jeez.
I mean, and all the cities are struggling with it. I know there was a report where the former NYPD commissioner spoke this weekend on some interview program. I believe it was called Cats Roundtable on WABC 770 AM, which
Cats Roundtable?
Which is,
I never miss it. I miss it.
I catch it on podcast.
Yeah.
He was asked, he said that he met a man from London a couple of weeks ago. Did you? But I asked him what he thought about New York, and he said, it looks like there's nobody in charge. That's exactly my feeling. The former commissioner said.
Right.
So, I mean, that's what it looks like in major cities across America.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. They've let them all go to hell, and nobody's doing anything about it. And they're all Democrat-controlled, all of them. I mean, you even look at Texas cities like Houston and Dallas and San Antonio. They're all controlled by Democrats in the inner city. The suburbs are a different story. But in the city, they're all Democrats. That's why I was looking at a list of cities that were in trouble financially, and a bunch of them were in Texas. Houston, Dallas, San Antonio. Well, yeah, because they're all controlled by Democrats.
It's funny you say that because I believe that the Dallas mayor has switched.
Has switched?
He is not a Democrat anymore. He's a Republican now, right?
Did he? Oh, that's right. He might have.
Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah, he might have switched parties.
I don't know if that was before or after he got caught cheating on his wife. But I don't recall the timeline.
Yeah,
but I don't believe. I think you're incorrect in saying they're all Democrats.
Okay,
he is not
so
a Democrat.
he might be. He might have just converted.
He's a Republican now. Yeah,
good for him.
Yeah, September 22, 23.
Yeah.
Okay. September of last year.
Yeah.
Good.
So you're wrong, my friend.
I take it back. They're not all. Okay. Dallas has a Republican mayor. They elected a Democrat.
Yes, they did.
But he's not.
Yes, they did.
Hey, because of that, it made Dallas the largest city held by GOP mayor.
There you go. Bet.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, Dallas, what is that, 4 now? Number 4? I think the Metropolitan DFW is for sure number 4. But I don't know about Dallas proper.
City proper, yeah.
Houston's bigger just in the city limits. All right. Jeez. I got to tell you about a time when vital medications aren't in wide supply. Vital medications are sometimes...
that day will never come.
Well, it already did. It's here.
It is?
Yeah, that day is here. You think that would ever arrive in the United States of America? You always think of that as, some other country will have that problem. Maybe they have that problem in third world nations. We don't have that problem. Well, here it is. Like 295 medications, including amoxicillin, have been in short supply. I got a call from my pharmacy. I mentioned this last week, and they said, "Yeah, we don't have your medication. When will you?" Yeah, we don't know. It's on back order.
Yeah.
Wow. Really?
I've struggled with picking up several different medications in the past 6 months. 6 months to a year, where it's they just don't have it.
Yeah, it's not good. That's why you need the Jace case. You're going to be prepared with antibiotics. Let's say you get some kind of bacterial infection. You got the Jace case handy. You can just knock that thing right out, whether there's amoxicillin at your pharmacy or not. They also include things like ivermectin. You can add that on. And it is so handy and so great to be prepared like this. So if there are shortages, if they're rationing medication, or maybe you're just out of town. To me, I really love the convenience of just taking this with you on vacation, wherever you go. And then you're not near your pharmacy. You don't have to go to the doctor in a strange city. You just have it with you. And if you've got a sinus infection that you've had a million times, you know what it is. You just start taking your antibiotics and knock it out. I get sick virtually every time I go on vacation. So this is perfect. Jace Case, JASE medical.com. That's where you go. JaceMedical.com. Enter the promo code PAT at checkout, and you'll have a discount on your order. That's promo code PAT at JASE, JaceMedical.com.
Pat Gray Unleashed.
And welcome to it. Great to have you with us. Okay. We get this list of these are the mayors of the major cities.
Top cities, yeah.
Top 5 cities.
Well, they say Dallas is number 9.
Yeah, that's because they're just Dallas proper. Yeah. DFW, the Dallas Fort Worth.
No, we're 4 or 5.
Metroplex.
Yeah, the Metroplex
is definitely number 4.
Yeah, because Fort Worth is 13 according to this.
Yeah. See that? So they separated Dallas and Fort Worth, and they're just one city, pretty much one big, giant metroplex. But I think, in fact, Dallas, Fort Worth is supposed to pass Chicago here pretty soon for number 3. Anyway, the cities with Dallas with Democrat mayors: New York, of course, New York City with Eric Adams, Los Angeles, Karen Bass. Chicago, Brandon Johnson. Houston has John Whitmer.
Yeah, they're all.
Phoenix, where you would think, okay, there's no, not a Republican. Kate Gallego is Democrat. Philadelphia, Democrat. San Antonio, Independent.
Is he?
Okay.
Is he?
Of course, sure.
Okay.
But he conferences with the Democrats, I'm sure. San Diego, Democrat. Dallas, Eric Johnson.
Yeah, he's a Republican.
San Jose.
The only one.
In the top 10.
In the top 10. And then San Jose, California?
Yeah.
Also a Democrat. Then you got Austin, Democrat. Jacksonville, Democrat. Oh, Fort Worth has a Republican. Maddie Parker is a Republican.
Yeah.
Nice. That's amazing. Fort Worth had a...
Yeah, and it's a female, too.
Yeah. A woman and a Republican.
I mean, there was a woman mayor before Maddie as well.
There was,
right?
yeah.
Then you go to Columbus, Ohio, where you might expect a Republican. Nope, it's a Democrat. Indianapolis, Democrat. They're all. If it's a big city, it's a Democrat.
Right.
Oklahoma City, down at 21, has a Republican, David Holt. So what does that make it? 2 in the top 22? Jeez, that is incredible. That's really incredible. How did this happen? And why? People, wake up. Look at how your cities are being run.
Yeah.
Look at the homelessness. Look at the tent cities. Look at the financial problems. You're all going bankrupt. Look at the crime.
Businesses are leaving to move to the suburbs,
right?
If not to another state in many of these larger cities that are in states that are a nightmare as well. But for sure, people are moving to the outskirts of the cities.
Yeah, for sure.
Businesses are closing.
No question. We should look up the mean streets of Helena. Who's the mayor there now? Is it a Democrat? Because Montana, the perception is, well, it's going to be a Republican. I bet even in small town, Helena, Montana, on the mean streets, but it's a Democrat.
Yeah, it probably is.
Yeah, because that's a liberal town, because that's the government, capital city, government location. When you have the government, what do you have? Liberals. That's what you have. We'll look that up. In the meantime, the American Red Cross is now asking blood donors if they've ever received the COVID vaccine. Wait, why? I'm sorry, why would the American Red Cross care if you're giving a blood donation? Why would they care if you got the vaccine? Wouldn't that be desirable? Apparently not, because when they do the rapid pass, the question is, have you ever had a coronavirus vaccine? Yes, no, skip. If you answer yes to this question, please call. Then they give you an 800 Red Cross number before coming in to donate to determine if this will affect your eligibility. If you've had a COVID-19 vaccine shot, so you got the mRNA circulating in you, you may not be eligible to donate blood? That's interesting.
That is interesting.
Huh.
That is interesting.
Does that not speak volumes about the vaccine and their concerns for it? Oh, my goodness.
I represent science.
And to answer your question, 60-year-old Mayor Wilmot Collins, Democrat.
Helena Montana. Mean Streets.
He's been there since 2018.
Wow. Okay, about time for him to go.
Get out.
I don't know a thing
but
about him.
But you don't know anything about him.
Except he's a Democrat.
Okay.
Time for him to go.
But he's an African-American male. He's going to be there for a while.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's right. I think we mentioned that.
Yes, we did.
In a town that is less than 1% minority? I mean, what is the percentage of the population, the black population in Helena? That is amazing, though.
This is interesting fact about this guy.
That's a lot of whiteys voting for this guy, okay?
He was born, raised, and partially educated in West Africa.
Wow. And now he's the mayor of Helena, Montana?
A former refugee.
We did talk about that.
In 94.
Yes, we did, yeah.
That is something else. Wow. Okay, tell me how racist this country is. Tell me how racist we all are. In backwater Helena, Montana, we've got an African-American refugee who's the mayor. That's amazing. Don't tell me we're a racist nation.
It's a shame he's a Democrat.
I don't want to hear it. It is a shame he's a Democrat. That's too bad. Wow. That's fantastic. How do you call us a racist nation when this kind of stuff is happening all over the place? All over the place. That's amazing. All right. 2.34 billion metric tons of rare earth minerals were just discovered in Wyoming.
Yeah.
Could make the United States the world leader in rare earth minerals.
Could, because we gotta mine it. And good luck with that.
But we could soon surpass China as the world's leader in rare earth minerals after more than 2.34 billion metric tons were discovered. American Rare Earths, Inc. announced that the reserves near Wheatland dramatically surpassed the Asian nation's 44 million metric tons. Wow!
It's a lot. That's a lot.
It exceeded their wildest dreams. They said after drilling only about 25% of the property.
Yeah, the first drill they thought that they would have. I don't have the story in front of me, but the first drill that they drilled, they thought it was like maybe 10% of what they have, and then they drilled more and said, "Whoa, there's more here than we thought."
You know what we need to do is make this a national park so we can stop the drilling.
I know.
Stop the drilling right now.
I know.
Stop it right now. Okay, before you tear up any more of this precious earth.
Because
stop the drilling.
If this is Wyoming, not the solar system, but just Wyoming. It's down here.
It's down there. Okay.
Yeah, it's down here.
All right.
It's wheatland. So,
do I have to go to Laramie, and or is it Cheyenne? I think Cheyenne is Cheyenne the capital, or is it Laramie? I can't remember. But do I have to go to the capital of Wyoming and set myself on fire to stop the drilling now?
You know, it might
is that
change.
What I have to do?
Yeah, I don't want to see you burn, but it might change my mind.
It is Cheyenne.
I don't want to see you burn, but
thank you.
Thank
you. But you don't seem that sincere. Really,
could change my mind.
Okay,
if you went there,
so I might have to do it. I might have to stop the rare earth drilling. Would this could save America?
Absolutely.
This could save us.
There's also another big mine that they found in Utah. that they
of
want,
rare earth.
Of these minerals. So the United States could be. I mean, we could just tell the rest of the world, look, we're taking care of ourselves.
Yeah,
Have a
right.
nice day.
Yes, because right now, as much as 95% of the processed rare earth minerals come from China, and we import 74% of our supply from China.
Yeah.
Well, China's going to cut us off at some point.
Absolutely.
They're just going to cut us off and use it for themselves. This could save the United States of America. And what do you want to bet? Liberals are going to be all over this area telling us we can't be drilling. Can't do it. I'll bet you any amount of money.
People that want those electric cars and want those batteries and want our iPhones, our titanium iPhones and our Android phones are going to tell you, no.
Right.
Oh, no.
Right.
We can't do that.
And you're right, though. If this is Wyoming, okay.
Sideways.
Okay.
There you go.
Yeah, it's down.
Casper is right here. I think Casper is the biggest city in Wyoming.
Down in the corner.
Wheatland is right here, and then the capital, Cheyenne.
No
is
way
down
Fisher
here
was right.
at the heel of the hand.
That's what I said.
So that's where I must go and set myself on fire.
Again, all right. I don't want you to.
But I know you don't want me to, but if it changes your mind, it will be worth it. All right, we've got overtime coming up. Be back here tomorrow, most of the same place, I hope.
China. This is Pat Gray Unleashed.